If you've ever felt the frustration of being house rich but cash poor, then you, my friend, are in the right place. Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 3 proven, no-nonsense ways to turn that dormant equity into reliable monthly income. And the best part, you won't have to sell your house to do it. Ready to make your home work harder for you? Let's get started. But before we jump in, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Did you know that the average American homeowner is sitting on $300,000 of home equity right now? But equity alone doesn't pay the bills. So how do you get that equity working for you? Let's talk about 3 proven strategies to pull equity out of your home and turn it into hassle-free monthly income. And if you hang around until the end, I'll show you exactly how to avoid doing this the wrong way. Okay, first up, let's talk about the home equity line of credit, or HELOC. Now don't let the fancy name scare you. Just think of a HELOC kind of like a flexible credit card that's secured by your house. The beauty of a HELOC? Flexibility. You only pay interest on the money you actually use, not the whole credit line. For a set amount of time, usually 5 to 10 years, called the drawer period, you can pull from that money whenever you need it, just like a credit card. This makes it incredibly versatile for ongoing or opportunistic investments. Now let's get real about the numbers. HELOC rates are typically variable, meaning they can fluctuate with the market, so you'll want to be aware of what direction interest rates are heading. And here's a pro tip. Don't be shy about negotiating for zero closing costs. Lenders are often willing to cave or waive those fees if your credit score is strong, usually topping 700. Why? Because you're a low-risk borrower and they want your business. So how do you turn this flexible money into monthly income? One powerful way, especially for busy professionals, is to use your HELOC to buy into a multifamily syndicate. Imagine pooling your funds with other investors to purchase large apartment complexes. These syndicates are designed to generate cash flow, and they typically pay out quarterly distributions. And the best part is, it's a truly passive investment. The sponsor does all the work, and you sit back and share in the profits. Let's run a quick scenario. Say you take a $100,000 slice from your HELOC and invest it in a syndicate offering a 7% preferred return. That could mail you roughly $583 a month. What's fantastic about that? It's enough to cover the interest on your HELOC and still drop a nice profit into your pocket. That's what we call mailbox money. Of course, there's always a catch, right? The primary risk with a HELOC is that variable interest rate. If rates rise significantly, your monthly payments could increase. But don't panic. You can hedge against this by keeping a cash reserve. I recommend at least 6 months of payments to cover any potential rate hikes. Another smart move? Pick deals that are structured to start distributions right away. You don't want your HELOC payment starting before your investment kicks into gear. The beauty here is that you're leveraging your home's value without selling it, using a second mortgage that doesn't mess with your primary loan terms. It's about being smart, strategic, and a little bit savvy. Just make sure that the numbers work. The percentage return should more than cover the interest rate on the HELOC. Next up, we've got the home equity loan. If the HELOC is a large, flexible credit card, think of the home equity loan as a traditional, straightforward loan. It's one lump sum, delivered right to you at closing with a fixed interest rate and a fixed monthly payment. No surprises here. If you already know the exact amount you need for an investment, and you prefer the peace of mind that comes with predictable payments, this option is definitely cleaner. Just recently, I saw local credit unions quoting rates around 6% on 15-year notes, often with zero lender fees. All right, let's crunch some numbers. If you borrow $50,000 at that rate, your fixed monthly payment would be around $422. That's it. Same payment month after month for the life of the loan. This predictability is a huge advantage, especially when you're planning your passive income strategy. So what do you do with that $50,000 lump sum? You park it with an experienced syndicator who specializes in acquiring value-add apartment complexes in high-growth areas. These are seasoned professionals who know how to identify undervalued properties, improve them, and generate strong returns. A well-managed syndication might aim for an 8% preferred return. That could translate to about $333 a month in passive income for you. See what's happening here? That $422 covers your $333 loan payment with room to spare, leaving you with a surplus of about $100 in pure mailbox money. And because that interest rate never moves, you can eliminate the interest rate risk that comes with using a HELOC. There's no anxiety about market fluctuations eating into your profits. Now, obviously, the lower the interest rate, the better your returns, but you get the idea. Here's a pro tip that can make this strategy even sweeter. Try to align the loan term of your home equity loan with the syndication's projected exit strategy. This way, when the apartment complex sells and you get your capital back, your home equity loan disappears right along with it. It's a clean, efficient way to leverage your equity for a defined investment period. This is a second mortgage, just like a HELOC, meaning it doesn't affect your primary mortgage terms, but it does add another fixed payment to your monthly obligations. It's about choosing stability and certainty when you know your investment target. Now for the big guns, the cash out refinance. This is one of the most powerful ways to turn your home equity into monthly cash flow. Unlike a HELOC, where you're opening a separate line of credit against the equity, with a cash out refi, you're essentially replacing your old mortgage with a brand new, bigger one. And the difference? The bank hands it to you as a lump sum at closing. Here's an example. Let's say you own a house worth about $500,000 and there's $200,000 left on the current mortgage. That means you've got $300,000 in equity. So you go to the bank and you do a cash out refi. You're basically exchanging your prior $200,000 balance for a new $300,000 loan. The bank pays off the old loan amount of $200,000 and you walk away with $100,000 in cash. That's the cash out part of the refi. And the really cool thing is that because it's debt from a refinance and not a sale, there are no capital gains, meaning you'll pay zero in taxes. Now, because your loan is bigger, your payments are going to go up. Let's say your prior mortgage was about $1,500 per month. With the new higher mortgage, your payment goes to about $2,000 per month. That's a $500 increase. But you've got that $100,000 lump sum. And now it's time to put it to work. If you invest that money into a value-add apartment complex with an 8% preferred return, you'd collect about $666 in passive income each month. That means not only did you cover the $500 increase in your monthly mortgage, but you receive an additional $160 in cash flow every month. On top of that, the investment sponsor is improving the property to increase its value, meaning the property is appreciating over time. And because the tenants are paying down the loan on the apartment building, they're building additional equity for you. And with these kinds of deals, you'll typically double your initial investment over the whole period. So your initial $100,000 could turn into $200,000 in around 5 years. That means not only did you collect about $40,000 in hassle-free passive income, but you got your initial investment back plus an additional $100,000. Now, it's important to remember that this strategy is only worth it if the passive income you generate from your investment beats the increased cost by a healthy, undeniable margin. It requires careful calculation and a solid investment plan. But for those who want the largest possible cash injection and are comfortable resetting their mortgage clock for greater long-term income, a cash-out refinance can be a powerful tool. You're essentially leveraging your entire home's value to fuel a significant investment that pays you back. Hey, quick pause. Are you finding value in this? Good, because I want to give you even more. Want the exact checklist I personally use before I place a dime of my equity with a syndicator? It's all yours. The link is right below this video. Go grab it and then come right back here. You don't want to miss what's next. All right, so we've talked about how to get the money. Now let's talk about how to use it wisely. These aren't just suggestions. These are investment rules that will genuinely save your financial skin. First, and this is non-negotiable, Never, ever pull equity from your home to buy a depreciating toy. I'm talking about cars, boats, luxury vacations, designer clothing, anything that loses value the second you buy it. Your home is collateral for these loans, and you absolutely do not want to be upside down on a loan for something that's rapidly losing value. That is a fast track to financial regret. Second, only invest where someone else pays the debt. What does that mean? It means investing in income producing assets like apartments, self storage facilities, or mobile home parks. These are properties where tenants pay rent, and that rent covers the mortgage payments, operating expenses, and ideally also puts cash in your pocket. You're not personally shouldering the debt burden, the asset is. This is the core principle of smart real estate investing for passive income. Third, demand distributions from day one. You're leveraging your home. You deserve to see that money working for you consistently. Be wary of operators who promise huge returns years down the line, but no immediate cash flow. Remember, you're aiming for reliable monthly income. And finally, vet the operator. They should have a proven track record, meaning at least 2 to 3 successful exits where they've returned investor capital, ideally with a profit. Anyone can buy a property. It takes skill and experience to successfully sell it and deliver returns. Fourth, cap your total home secured debt at 80% of your appraised value. This means if your home is worth $500,000, your combined first mortgage and any home equity loans or HELOCs shouldn't exceed $400,000. Why? Because you need a 20% cushion against market downturns. If property values dip, you don't want to find yourself underwater, owing more than your home is worth. This cushion gives you breathing room and protects your primary residence. And finally, always hold at least a 6-month reserve fund specifically for the property you live in. This isn't for your investment, this is for your home. Life happens. Roofs leak, furnaces break, and jobs get lost. Having 6 months worth of mortgage payments and essential living expenses tucked away means you won't be forced to sell your investment, or worse, face foreclosure just because of an unexpected emergency at home. These rules are your shield. Use them. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground. HELOCs, home equity loans, cash out refis. They all tap into your home equity, but they do it in different ways, with different benefits, and with different drawbacks. So how do you choose the right tool for your situation? Start by thinking about your goal. What do you want to achieve? How much reliable monthly income do you actually need? 500, 1,000, 3,000. Once you have that number, you can work backward to figure out how much cash you'll need to generate it. For example, if you need $1,000 a month and your investment can get a 10% annual return, you'll need about $120,000 in capital. From there, you pick the tool that gets you the capital for the lowest overall cost. And I'm not just talking about the interest rate. You have to factor in upfront fees, closing costs, and the whole payment structure. Sometimes the loan with the lowest rate is not actually the cheapest one once you add everything up. And don't be afraid to mix and match. Maybe you start with a HELOC to get a quick down payment for a rental, and then later you do a cash out refi to get more money to buy more properties. Or maybe a home equity loan gives you the safety you need for a stable long-term investment. Before you sign anything, always run a stress test. Ask yourself, if interest rates suddenly jumped 2 points, can I still afford this? What if my rental property is empty for a few months? If the answer to any of those is no, then you either need to borrow less money or find a way to make more income from your investment. A little bit of caution now can save you a world of pain later. Look, your home equity isn't just some trophy to admire sitting there untouched. It's a financial asset that, when used strategically, can be one of the most potent tools in your wealth building arsenal. You've got 3 strategies to choose from: the flexible HELOC, the predictable home equity loan, and the transformative cash out refi. Pick the strategy that fits your risk tolerance, educate yourself further, fund a real income producing asset, something that truly spits out cash, like a well-run apartment syndication. And then let the tenants pay while you sleep. Imagine that, your home equity working tirelessly, generating reliable, hassle-free income, giving you more financial freedom and peace of mind. If you got genuine value from this video, and I hope you did, then do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and share the content. It helps the channel out and gets this info out to more people. Also, don't forget to drop your comments and questions below. I love hearing your suggestions and helping wherever I can. Let's stop letting our equity sit idle, and let's build that monthly income stream starting now. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.